Hello everyone, myself Dr. V.B. Sonaune. In the previous lecture, we have studied the life cycle of Spirogyra part first. Today, we are going to discuss life cycle of Spirogyra part second reproduction. In this lecture, we are going to take reproduction, which is the subtopic of Spirogyra. First, vegetative reproduction, second, asexual reproduction, third, sexual reproduction, including two types, first scalariform conjugation and lateral conjugation, and next germination of zygospore. So, we are going to learn this topic using the mind map of reproduction. So, let us see reproduction. It reproduces by vegetative reproduction, asexual reproduction and sexual reproduction. First one, vegetative reproduction take place by fragmentation. Second, asexual reproduction take place by spores. Generally, Spirogyra doesn't undergo the asexual method of reproduction, but during unfavorable condition, akynates and aplanospores are formed. And third, sexual reproduction. It takes place by conjugation. There may be two types of scalariform conjugation and second, lateral conjugation. The lateral conjugation are of two types, first direct lateral conjugation and second indirect lateral conjugation. First one, vegetative reproduction. The method of reproduction is very common in the algae include in Spirogyra. When the favorable conditions are available, the fragmentation is the common method of vegetative reproduction in Spirogyra. Accidental breakage or injuries breaks the filament into 2 to 3 celled segment. Each filament germinated to produce a new plant. Meiosis and cell division is not present in fragmentation. Second, asexual reproduction. Asexual reproduction takes place by spores, include first akynate. In some particular species of Spirogyra, during a highly under unfavorable condition, some of the cells of the filamentous plant body become thickened by an additional layer of cellulose and pectose. These cells are nothing but akynates. After the return of favorable condition, the akynates develop into the new filament, for example, Spirogyra farlowi. Second, aplanospore. Under unfavorable condition, the protoplast of each vegetative cell shrink and develop a wall around it to form an aplanospore. Each aplanospores are non-motile, rounded zoospores are formed. When liberated outside from a parent's filament, germinated into a new filament. For example, Spirogyra articulati. Other example, Spirogyra aplanospora. Third one, formation of parthenospore. Sometime the gametes fail to fuse and each get enclosed by a thick cell wall to become parthenospore, and each parthenospores germinated into a new filament. For example, Spirogyra varians. Next point, sexual reproduction. It takes place by a conjugation of non-flagellated gametes, which are a very primitive method of isogamous type. We have studied the isogamous type in first lecture. It involves the fusion of the entire content of the two similar vegetative cells. During this process, the normal vegetative cells acts as male gametangia and female gametangia. The conjugation may be of two types. First, the scalariform conjugation, and second, lateral conjugation. First one, scalariform conjugation. Scala means ladder and forma means shape, or H-shape conjugation. It is very common in most of the heterothalic species of Spirogyra. Heterothalic means two different filaments. In this case, the union takes place between the cell of two different filaments come close and lie opposite and parallel to each other. Now they form small tubular outgrowth emerges from the two opposite cells. Conjugation tubes are formed by both the gametangia in 228 species, while in 31 species the outgrowth are given out by male gametangia only. These outgrowth elongates and finally unite. At the point of contact, the wall disintegrates and so through passageway is formed. Between the two cells, it is nothing but the conjugation canal. The protoplast of one cell move through the conjugation tube and fuse with the protoplast of the other cell. Both the gametes are non-motile. This is a form of anisogamous type of reproduction. When these changes are taking place, the contents of the cells move away and round up. There is a differentiation of male and female gametangia at this stage. The content of the male and the female gametes unite, resulting in the formation of zygospore. So, male gametangia remains empty and the female gametangia contain zygospore. The zygospores is rounded or oval in shape and surround itself with a thick cell wall which become thickened and brownish in color. It is usually differentiated into three layers. The outer layer exospores, the middle layer mesospores, and the inner endospore. It remains within the female gametangium for some time, but is finally these zoospores liberated by the death and decay of the female gametangial cell wall. Zygospore germinate during favorable condition. Next one, lateral conjugation. Lateral conjugation, in the case of lateral conjugation, the union take place between the content of two adjacent cells of the same filament. After the contents of the male have passes into the female gametangium and zygospore is formed. There are two types of lateral conjugation. First one, direct lateral conjugation, and second, indirect lateral conjugation. First one, direct lateral conjugation. In this type of conjugation, the two conjugating cells are very often situated next to the basal cell. The lower cell is nothing but a female gametangium, while the upper cell is functional as a male gametangium. The lower cells increase in size, but upper cells remain smaller in size. The protoplast of the male cells become conical and then elongate on the side of the female gametangium. Later it passes through forming an opening in it. Thus, without of conjugation tube, the content of male cell passes into the female gametangium, and as a result, formation of zygospore. For example, Spirogyra zoogensis. Next one, indirect lateral conjugation. The conjugation take place in adjacent or neighboring cells of the same filament. Such plants are monoecious and bisexual. Papilla-like outgrowth arises from the adjacent cells at one or either break of the transfer wall. Due to this, septum also become stressed between them and break. The upper cells behave as a male gamete passes through and fuse with the female gamete. After a fusion, as a result, diploid zygospore is formed. For example, Spirogyra affinis. And last one, germination of zygospore. The content of the male and the female unite, resulting in the formation of zygospore. Its wall become thick and differentiated into three layers. It remains within the female gametangium for some time, but is finally liberated to the outside by the decay of the female gametangial cell wall. It undergoes a resting period. Each zygospore's nucleus divide meiotically to produce 4 haploid nuclei, of which 3 degenerate and only 1 remain functional nuclei. At the time of germination, wall of the zygospore rupture and the zygospore give rise to a new haploid filament. The germ tube divide transversely to form two cells. Lower one acts as rhizoidal cells and upper divide repeatedly to form a new filament. In this way, the life cycle of Spirogyra is completed. Thank you for watching the video. Thank you.
Said I'm not yours, so say you're not mine. Okay, just a waste of my